Hello guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm gonna talk about shading, and I'll show you how I shade my portraits. Now I'm going to use this drawing as an example. I made it yesterday. I just showed you how to draw the basic proportions of the head using the Loomis method. Now before we get started, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Now let's get into it. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the rules of shading, some of the things that you have to take into consideration whenever you shade. And the first thing is that before you shade, you have to make sure your proportions are correct. Shading on top of the wrong proportions make your drawing even worse. So make sure your proportions are correct. Okay, especially if you are looking for likeness. Now, if you are making some stylized drawing, even when you make stylized drawing, your proportions have to be correct. Now, the second thing you have to pay attention to is your line drawing. Your line drawing makes your drawing look more three-dimensional. So these are the two things you have to pay attention to before you even start shading. Now, the third thing is you need to know where the light is. So you have to know where the light source is. Now in this particular drawing, you can see that the light is facing the reference photo and we can't see any shadows here. This is going to make the shading more complicated because we don't have shadows and we don't have, midtones. It's kind of flat. But as you can see here, my drawing already looks three-dimensional. So I don't really have to add a lot of values. I just need to shade a few parts and my drawing will look more realistic, right? So that's why I put emphasis on the line drawing, is because your line drawing makes your drawing look three-dimensional without even shading. Now we're going to be very selective. We're going to choose a few values and we're going to use those values to shade this particular drawing. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is to pick our values. So we're going to separate our light and shadow family. Two values, right? We have light and dark or shadow. In the dark values, we're going to divide that into two, and the family, we're going to divide that also into two. So we're going to have some really dark values here. Okay, and we're also going to have a little bit of shadow right here, some midtones, and pure white, which is going to be our highlight. So these are the four values that we have, and that is going to be enough. So now we can pick one of these values and start right with it. So you can either start with this, or this. Now the one that I want to start with is the darkest dark, and look for the areas where it's really dark. Those areas are the eyelashes, the eyebrows, the iris, the underside of the nose, okay, the underside of the mouth, like here, it's pretty dark, the hair as well. So these are the areas where it's kind of really dark. So we're gonna just make sure we add some dark values there, and from here we're gonna go backwards. So we're gonna add a little bit of dark, much lighter value, and then highlight. Of course, this is not exactly how I always start my drawing, my shading process, but this is one of the ways you can go with your shading, right? So we're gonna start with those dark values. So I'm gonna just put my pencil. I'm using an HB pencil, by the way. The type of pencil you're using affects the way you shade. Now, if you are using an HB pencil, it means that you can go from dark to light quickly, right? Because H stands for hardness and B stands for blackness. Now, the HB is not as dark as other shades like the 4B and the 6B and 8B, okay? But with this one alone, you can shade your drawing without having any problem. So we're gonna just stick with this HB and that will be enough, okay? The eyelashes, the pupil. The other side of the nose, the other side of the mouth, the back of the neck, the other side of the chin. We're just gonna go to the second value in the dark family. Now, where do we locate this second value? The mouth is the second value and some part of the hair. And do not go too dark because you want to make sure it's not as dark as the darkest areas. Here and here. Okay, and here. So these are the areas where you can find those second dark values. Okay, so now we're gonna move to the next shadow family, which is this midtone. And this one is the dominant value because most of her face is in midtones. So we're gonna start with the nose side. So her whole face is in the midtone, but not every single area deserves to be needs to be shaded. Okay, you don't necessarily have to follow exactly what you see on the reference photo. You just have to be selective and choose the right shadows or the right value to draw. when you are shading a portrait, the eyes are probably the most important part to shade. So we have to focus on the eyes a little bit more. Mouth, it's time to shade the hair and the ear. One of the ways you can shade your hair is to follow the direction of the hair. And you don't necessarily have to spend hours trying to shade. Just know where to shade. At this stage, we're gonna refine our shading, meaning we're just going to go over the values and make them look pretty. So we're gonna do that. Now at this stage you have to be careful. You might lose track of your main shading. So you have to pay attention to your pressure control. So we're gonna stop here. Now the next detail we're gonna add is the highlight. Okay, so the highlight is basically the brightest bright, okay, the brightest light. The highlights are not hard to spot. See the first highlights that are here in the iris, right here, the tip of the nose, highlight here. Do not add a lot of highlights, okay? Not every detail matters. So just pick the highlights that are useful to you. All right, then I'll shade around it. Okay, so that is it, guys. thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and follow me on Patreon if you want to watch more content like this. Support me on Patreon. I upload 1-hour video demos every single week. So if you want to be part of the community, there is a link in the description. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate. So we also have a Discord server, a Discord community, where I post a reference photo and we draw that all together. So it's kind of like a challenge. So if you want to be part of the community, there is a link in the description. So we draw every single week. And yeah, I'll be happy to see your drawings there. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate. Okay, thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.